Good afternoon. Um, this will be a short, short video, but I just wanted to express a couple of thoughts regarding something that really means a lot to me and always has, and that's the accomplishments of Voyager 1 spacecraft. I know it's a can be a disturbing topic and uh, as to why we continue to follow this spacecraft, continue, especially with all the problems that we're having in the world today. Um, but I just wanted to recap because this is sort of an anniversary year for it. We're now in its 37th year of travel, and it just boggles my mind that with our comparing our current level of technology compared to 1977 when it launched on September 5th, how in the world can a spacecraft still be moving going on 37 years afterwards? To me, that's just an outstanding thing. This is a landmark year because NASA has officially penned that Voyager 1 has left the heliopause, and basically that is the bubbled shield, if you will, around the entire solar system, whereas Voyager 1 is now no longer under our sun's influence, if I've got that correct. Really a landmark thing because it's billions and billions of miles away, and it's been traveling, gathering data and still transmitting data. I mean, you consider the spacecrafts that we have lost contact with, and then but what I'd like to do is evaluate this in human terms. What is on Voyager 1 that gives it a human quality? That would be the golden record, and it's not so much discussed these days, but it was back in the 80s when Voyager was still relatively new. The golden record is basically, it's a golden circle that is on the back of the Voyager spacecraft in case it should ever encounter intelligence. And it's a diagram of a man and a woman, and it sort of pens out where our planet is in the solar system. It's also a audio record where it has many different languages. But it's interesting to evaluate that on human terms, how in a way the Earth sort of gave an SOS, if you will, a calling card, back in 77, saying, here's us, we're here. Whether you can take that to mean save me, or listen to me, or please acknowledge that I am, and that you are, and that we are together in this universe. Very interesting. But it's a very magnificent year for Voyager 1, as it will be for Voyager 2, I believe within the next couple of years or so, as it leaves the heliopause. But to have something go so far, man, this thing isn't even quite a ton. It's like 1,700 pounds, and it's not that big. That just boggles the mind. But to have something go so far as to leave our sun's influence and to continue going and to continue learning and gathering data. Um, it's not too unlike uh, the human journey. You know, all these years it's been nurtured, um, maybe pulled back a little bit by the sun's influence. Uh, we can be overprotective of our children, but eventually our children leave the nest. They break from those ties, and when they're left without that tie, they have no choice but to keep going, but to keep learning, to work, to gain advancement, expertise, and skill, and to continue learning, to use those skills to something to better themselves and to better the world. Just like Voyager is, it's still beaming back information to us of what it learns. And so, since the umbilical cord to the sun is cut, it is still enriching the earth with its knowledge. Um, Voyager 1 to me is probably the biggest, the greatest accomplishment in space technology and the space program itself, simply because of its longevity. It's got a plutonium power source, but again, to have something that is not very big, not even a ton, uh, to be going for 36 plus years is just an outstanding accomplishment for humankind. I'm not talking about United States or anything, but human. It's a human condition. And, I wholly advocate, returning to the stars, getting back to the moon. Um, we've drug our feet too long. Um, we have enough wealth in this world to solve our world problems and shoot for the stars. And I just think that's a very important thing to start getting our act together, so we can fix the problems that we have and to continue on the journey we were meant to make, and that is to expand our learning, to progress, enlarge the human condition, and be a better people.